Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, MicroBox of X. And again, I find myself apologising for the lack of videos recently. I had a bit of a back injury the last couple of weeks and it sort of stopped me doing podcasts and things, so I do apologise for that, but I'm on the mend now, so unfortunately for you guys more videos will be coming. There is a Dragon X podcast this evening at 7 PM on the Welsh Gamer's channel. Big shout out to the Welsh Gamer and my buddy Rock X. Make sure you go and check out their channels, links as always are down below. And the MicroPod will be returning this weekend on the MicroPod Live channel, which I will also leave a link down below. So you'll probably notice from the footage of the video, I've been playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I want to talk a little bit about that today. If you don't want to see the footage, this is the first 10 minutes of the game. You know, just click off or just turn it. Just don't watch the image, but listen to what I've got to basically say about the game. I mean, I've been a massive Tomb Raider fan since the first game dropped on the PlayStation. So I mean, we're talking way back in '96. I never had the Sega Saturn version, unfortunately. That's something I need to remedy at some point. I need to get a Sega Saturn. Never had one. Well, I know that was the first version that came out, but I did pick it up on the PlayStation, and you know, I was hooked on the series. I just love them. I love the Indiana Jones movies, that sort of thing. So Tomb Raider was a real good, you know, a real good series of games for me, because I enjoy that type of game. I enjoy the archaeological sort of puzzle games. Obviously, the reboot of Tomb Raider in 2013 saw the series take a real leap forward, technically and narratively. And is still one of my favourite games from the last generation. One later that I obviously revisited in this generation thanks to the 2014 release of the definitive edition of that game. Rise of the Tomb Raider followed in 2015, continuing from the success of the reboot, but improving on narrative and gameplay and graphical enhancements, making it a worthy sequel. And a fantastic game period. I mean, I absolutely loved Rise of the Tomb Raider. It was just brilliant. Everything about it I loved. But you know, I'm always very wary of sequels. I worry that any attempt to fix or add to, you know, something that isn't broken and doesn't need fixing and doesn't need things adding to it can sometimes ruin a series and leave you disappointed. Prime example of this is Mass Effect Andromeda. Although I don't agree with this was a poor game, many Mass Effect fans didn't really like the direction that it went in. And Batman Arkham Knight, which to me personally was the weakest game in the Arkham series of games. Not an opinion that's shared by many, I know that, but I personally just didn't like the implementation of the Batmobile, and I felt that it distracted too much from the story, and for that reason it wasn't my favourite one of the series. Arkham City was, in my opinion, the best one, although Asylum was a very, very close second. So yeah, I mean, anyway, back to the topic. Fortunately, this isn't the case with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Based on my time playing the game last night, I got the Croft edition, so I got it 2 days early, thanks to a very, very kind gentleman who kindly gifted me the game amazingly. Thank you so much for that. I had plenty of time to make a good start on the story and complete a tomb or two as well, and to overall, you know, just get a feeling of the game and see the direction that Eidos Montreal has taken Lara in this time. And I have to say now that, you know, in my opinion, this is easily the best Tomb Raider I've ever played. The narrative is compelling and shows sides to Lara we haven't seen expressed before in these games. Certainly not with the delivery given by the stunning mocap and voice acting supplied again by Camilla Luddington. She does an amazing job at playing Lara. And she obviously played Lara in the previous 2 installments as well. She does an amazing job, she really does. The interactions during key events between Lara and Jonah, played again by Earl Balon, who was returned as Jonah from the previous 2 as well. Compelling and at times extremely emotional as well. I mean, you really do find yourself getting into these characters, very much so, more so than I found with the other 2. Add to this the incredible musical score and environmental sounds. The combined package, it just gives an amazing ambience that repels, you know, this game so high above others for immersion. I mean, this game I've never played a game like this where I've got so immersed in the characters, just down to because the graphics, the sound, the voice acting, the mocap. It's an incredible package. It's an incredible package. I mean, I found myself stopping for a moment just to take in the atmosphere from the jungle, in Peru. It's truly staggering. From the sounds of distant animals and rustlings in the forest, to the howler monkeys as well, moving in the treetops all around you. You can see them, you can hear them. To the mud and water you trudge through. I mean, in a completely realistic manner. The water effects themselves need special mention. I mean, they just are mind-blowing. They're so realistic. I mean, you trudging through mud, and you're cutting into the mud, and you can see the water then flow into the areas that you've walked into. It's just amazing. I mean, the team at Eidos Montreal have excelled, making the environments a living beast that really does grab you by the testicles and never lets you go from the moment you start playing. It is just absolutely incredible in my opinion. Having discovered my first tomb to explore as well, I need to mention this. I mean, again, the atmosphere just completely grabbed me, and from the first time that I can remember, I was completely on edge by the atmospheric ambience, thanks to some weird sounding effects in the background. You honestly had the sense that you were being watched and followed. I mean, you could hear these sort of horrifying noises and voices whilst you're playing the game. And it really put me on edge. I mean, to me it was reminiscent of playing a horror game like Resident Evil. Certainly Resident Evil 7. That ambience that you get on that game, I'm still too terrified to play the bloody game. So it gave it a new thing that I'd never witnessed or never sort of experienced in a Tomb Raider game. Was this sort of worry that I was being followed and something horrible was lurking around the corner. And I just had to keep reminding myself that this was Tomb Raider I was playing. It was really bizarre. The sound of things to come, yeah, possibly. I think that's got to be something coming into the game later on. It's got to be. I'll just have to wait and find out when I. But I just wanted to give my opinions on the game. I don't do reviews. I don't agree with reviews because everybody's opinion's different. What I might find an amazing game, you may think is utter rubbish, and vice versa. You may like games that I don't like. I mean, I've said many times I don't like games like FIFA, but I mean they are very much, a very popular game. They wouldn't sell if they weren't popular. So I don't give reviews, but I like to give my opinions, and my opinion on this game is that it is just absolutely fantastic. As a story-driven game, graphically, sound-wise, immersion, everything is just spot on, and I did find myself sort of just stopping for a bit and just to take it in, because it's that polished. It really, really is. And it's just a fantastic end to the trilogy of Lara's early days. I can't wait to see what they do next. Obviously I've only been on it a night. I need to play a lot more. But this is just my initial opinions on the game, and I can't wait to sort of sit down and get this and play more of this game and do more of the tombs and to find out what the hell all those noises are in the background. But yeah, I just wanted to give my opinion on Tomb Raider because I just think the whole series is amazing, and each one's got better, and any worry that I had that the third in the series was going to let me down, it's just been completely dispelled. If you have played the others and you liked them, you will absolutely love this game. You really will. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. So please like, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and always make sure you hit the bell to get notified of when new videos go up as well. I do find the new YouTube system horrendous. You can search for things on YouTube and you get everything but what you're searching for these days. So the bell does help a great deal, and I really do appreciate the support for the channel. Keep an eye out for the Dragon X tonight with buddies, the Welsh Gamer and Erock X, and watch out for the MicroPod this weekend as well at 8 PM GMT. We will all see you there. The team will all be there, and we're really looking forward to it. Take care, guys. Thanks a lot, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
It's the constellation Hydra, the serpent. This star is the heart. It's set in the southwest.
So southwest from the Amazon River, Brazil.